External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Thursday said that India's foreign policy helped during the evacuation of Indian nationals under Operation Ganga in Ukraine, Operation Devi Shakti in Afghanistan, and Vande Bharat mission during COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking at inaugural St. Stephen's MRF Distinguished Alumni Annual Lecture, he said, "Think for a moment as an Indian student happened to be still in Ukraine on February 24, 2021. Concerned about your education prospects, you have now found yourself in the middle of the serious conflict, and it's not just you, it is 20,000 more of your fellow nationals, and there are at the same time millions of Ukrainians who are trying to get out of the country. Internal travel is itself dangerous and complicated. The borders are overcrowded due to ingestion, and in highly impacted cities, there's even the physical danger of just stepping out in the open due to shellings." Jaishankar said that at times like this, governments swing into action to save their nationals. This is when you really look up to your government for support and for extrication, and indeed, this is when the entire foreign policy apparatus swings into action as it did through Operation Ganga. It does so by facilitating transport, including trains and buses. It intervenes at the highest level in Russia and Ukraine to ensure the ceasing of fire for safe passage. It engages border authorities to ensure border crossing, and in extreme cases, such as there was a particular town called Sumy. It even traverses conflict zones to assure you of necessary logistics for your safety. Once you're out of Ukraine, it works with neighboring governments, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, and Poland and Moldova, to establish transit camps to organize the flight, which is required for a safe return to home, said Jaishankar. He also gave the example of Operation Devi Shakti, under which Indian nationals were evacuated from Afghanistan when the Taliban laid siege to capital Kabul. Let me give you another example of Kabul. On August 15th last year, for whatever reasons, you found yourself stranded in the middle of the city when the Taliban took over. A huge effort was made by the Indian government to bring exactly such people home. Quite apart from navigating the city, now controlled by the Taliban checkpoints, you could well ask, how difficult could this be? The Indian minister further gave the intricate details of how such a difficult task was accomplished with the help of years of relationships maintained with the respective countries. Talking about Vande Bharat's mission, he said that it was the largest recorded evacuation exercise in human history. Operation Devi Shakti flights from Kabul have been stressful but still manageable at short notice. Much more daunting was India's challenge in the face of demands generated by COVID-19 pandemic. The Vande Bharat mission brought back millions of Indians from multiple countries through air, sea, and land. It's in fact the largest recorded evacuation exercise in human history. He also explained about the complex set of activities for the evacuation and intensive engagement with authorities that made the largest recorded evacuation exercise in human history possible. The External Affairs Minister, in a written statement laid on the table of Rajya Sabha, said that the government has been able to safely bring home 22,500 Indian citizens and 147 foreign nationals belonging to 18 countries from Ukraine since February 2022.